What's going on, everyone? Today, the Los Angeles Lakers take on the Charlotte Hornets, and we need this win. Going for three in a row, going for 3 road wins, which is huge. The Lakers have not won many road games this year. Get 2 games over 500, coming off of 2 huge wins against the Boston Celtics and the New York Knicks. Got to go in and can't lay a dud against the Charlotte Hornets. Got to stay consistent. But more than anything, this game could very well be the farewell game for many players on this Lakers team. Could be for one, could be for several. Most likely, D'Angelo Russell. But the Lakers play today against the Charlotte Hornets, and then they don't play again till Thursday's trade deadline against the Denver Nuggets. So, seriously, this could be it as far as some of the players that maybe you love, maybe you don't love. Get a good look at them. Because many of these guys potentially could be shipped out. Now, hopefully, the Lakers aren't just making trades just to make trades. Hopefully, whatever trades end up happening are significant upgrades, are pieces that maybe make more sense or provide and help fill a bigger hole than what, said player that gets traded does. But yeah, definitely, especially D'Angelo Russell. It's going to be very interesting to see how this all plays out. Look, I talked about this. I didn't believe that a trade would get done until after this Hornets game, just because it's very difficult to get trades done when you're on a road trip, right? Because the Lakers, after this Hornets game, tomorrow, which would be Tuesday the 6th, right? That's when I said start looking for maybe the Lakers to do something. I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but they'll be home. Once you get home, you don't go back on the road till the 14th of February. So you're literally in LA for 8 days? So that is huge for the time if you want to make a trade. Because otherwise what's happening is, let's just use, DeJounte Murray, for example. He's going from, the Atlanta Hawks, flying over to LA, got to go through his physicals, go through all his, examinations and stuff. Lakers going to want their people to check him and all that stuff. Then he's going to jump on a plane and fly to Charlotte to go play and take on the Hornets, assuming that they can get it done in time. When you just wait another day, you finish the Hornets game, you say goodbye to some of these players, and then you get back to LA and deals get done. So don't be shocked if we get I wouldn't even be surprised if we get a late night trade. Look for players sitting out. That is something else to kind of keep in mind in this Hornets game. If D'Lo ends up sitting out of this game or anybody, usually you could look at that and just go, well, hey, guys sit out, guys missing. But don't be shocked if a guy sits out and then tomorrow he ends up getting traded, or later that night he ends up getting traded. Now, I'm not saying deal will get done. I want to make that clear. I'm not saying expect a deal tomorrow or anything. But now we're starting to heat up, right? Now we're starting to get into that, the final hours, final countdown. You get through this Charlotte Hornets game. You got a clean 2 days, right? You got the 6th, the 7th to kind of navigate, figure stuff, maybe even get a smaller deal done, something like that. And then February 8th, it's here we go. Sound the alarms. Let's get it. Let's move. Let's go fast, right? And that's where you're going to start seeing stuff. And look, the Lakers, it's clear what they need, right? With Jared Vanderbilt missing some significant time, potentially the entire season, which would not be good. But with him missing some significant time, you're talking about we need some perimeter, ideally 3 and D, right? Or I should say D and 3, just because Lakers have several of the D, but without the 3, pause. But it's just, we got to get somebody like a Royce O'Neal, a Miles Bridges, a Dorian Finney-Smith. I wouldn't even hate a guy like a Torrey Craig. Right, from Chicago. He's cheap. He's a veteran. He's 33 years old, but he's also been very good defensively for them this year. He's not 6'7", 6'8", but he's got some decent size, a legit 3 and D guy, a guy that could be a nice little compliment for the Lakers. Because the problem is every team in the league wants or needs a Dorian Finney-Smith. So the issue is that the Lakers just don't have much assets and don't have many ways to really get into a bidding war for some of these guys. So to me, I look at it as like, can the Lakers find that like diamond in the rough, that guy that like comes out of left field that's like, oh, okay, like this is a great guy to pick up. I've seen people throw out names like Thibault. Again, yes, he has the D. I want the 3, right? Like, I just feel we have Jared Vanderbilt, we have Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish is going to be back at some point. Even if Jared Vanderbilt's out for the season, right? You want to get somebody that kind of has some of the skill sets, but also other things. And it's a dog-eat-dog world out there, right? When it comes to just the 3 and D style players. But look, I trust Rob Pelinka. If something's there, he's going to get it done. If he can find that deal, he's going to get it done. Also, the whole DeJounte Murray thing, right? It's going to be really interesting to see, what happens with DeJounte Murray. The Utah Jazz apparently have made an offer for DeJounte Murray, but so far it looks like it was rejected, and there's real question marks. The Hawks play the Clippers today. Again, keep an eye out on that. Right? If D'Lo ends up missing this game and DeJounte Murray ends up missing the Atlanta Hawks game, get ready. Seriously, because that very well could be the case. Again, this video uploading super early in the morning, so we don't have like the injury reports and all that stuff and what's going to happen and whatnot. But anything can happen in a second. Right? 1 minute you think, oh, okay, like nothing's getting done, and then boom, all of a sudden you just get the call for, hey, we got a trade, ding, ding, ding. So again, enjoy the players while you can. Obviously, Austin Reeves probably isn't getting traded. Never say never. Things do happen, especially in the NBA. We've seen plenty of players literally publicly, organizations say, hey, we ain't trading this guy. He's here. He's a life this, life that. And then boom, like days later. I mean, DeMar DeRozan is a great example, right? Toronto's up there doing press conferences and stuff, talking about this is our guy. We're not trading him. He's king of Toronto. And then boom, he's shipped out. Obviously, they're not going to just trade Austin Reeves for anybody, but you never know what's going on behind the scenes, what conversations have been had. What players that you don't think are available that all of a sudden become available. You see it every year. There is that like left field, wait a minute, we just got Lauri Markkanen or something like that. I don't think that would happen, just using that as an example. But again, stranger things have happened. But regardless, it's going to be an exciting, fun NBA trade deadline. That's for sure. There is concerns, right, that it may not, but I feel like those are like the concerns every year, and then every year there's this like rush, right? There's obviously, or it doesn't appear right now, it doesn't appear like there's any big names, right? It doesn't really appear like there's anybody that's like game changing, like Kevin Durant last season, right? I don't see Luka all of a sudden being available, or Trae Young, or Donovan Mitchell or anything like that, but there could very well be some potential game changers for several teams, some potential guys that, you never know, like the impact, right? Like, great example, not really like trade deadline thing, but, the whole Drew Holiday, right? When the Milwaukee Bucks got Drew Holiday, not really a superstar or anything, like excellent player, don't get me wrong, all-star level, all-star caliber, but not a guy that people thought like, oh, okay, that's the missing. There you go. I mean, some people may have, but it wasn't like this big, at the time, this big name, this big like, oh, they just got Damian Lillard, right, type move. It was like, oh, Drew Holiday, he's nice, gives him a point of attack, and then that turned out to be the difference maker. That was a big part of them getting over the top and finally winning a championship. So don't underestimate the value that a player or several players can provide to a team. Right? It has to be, again, the right player, the right fit, the right impact, things like that. The Lakers don't underestimate what a guy like DeJounte Murray could do for this team. If he's utilized correctly, if he's in the right role, if he gets to play the role that he is best at, if he can get back to being a two-way player, and then on top of that, you add in a Dorian Finney-Smith and Andre Drummond or something. Again, just kind of names that are coming to mind. But you get those guys, and all of a sudden, a lot can change. I mean, look at last season, right? To go from a team that was basically bottom dwelling to in the conference finals, because you got a couple key pieces. And the mood changes, the vibe is different, everything is different when you have that type of turnaround. So, again, don't be shocked. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Who do you think this is their last game? Is there anybody that you think? And then who's kind of like the dark horse? Because, again, like the easy answer is like D'Lo. But is there anybody else on this roster that you think like, I could see this guy being traded or that guy being traded? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.